Feast your eyes on photorealistic environments created with cutting-edge technology. Marvel at the wonders of nature like never before. Discover magical journeys with fascinating characters. Take mind-bending psychedelic voyages through other dimensions and into your own thoughts. Welcome to GameList Plus. I'm Josh, and today I am talking about the 10 must-try Meta Quest 3 visual experiences. I have spent months trying all kinds of eye-popping visuals on the Quest 3, and these are the best of the best. All of these awesome apps on today's list are experiences, not games. And while the Quest 3 still is technically a mobile system, not a PC, at the end of today's video, I'll show you how you can make all the visuals on your Quest 3 much better with an incredible piece of software that still is blowing my mind. Many of these experiences are completely free, some of them are paid, and all of them are listed in the description below. And if you buy through my affiliate links, you'll actually be helping GameList Plus directly. Let's get started. At number 10, Conscious Existence. Although it is by no means as graphically stunning as some of the other apps on this list, Conscious Existence still landed on the list because its beautiful visual style and moving narration. It won multiple awards as a 360 VR film, and it truly deserves all those awards. In Conscious Existence, you start within the womb with a voice narrating as you begin a beautiful journey on the ship of life. Through the film, your eyes are dazzled with visuals from electrical impulses within your brain all the way out to the vast universe. You travel through forests of green to kaleidoscopic lights, mountains, and oceans, among the many other stimulating environments you float through on this awesome journey. This is the first of two experiences on this list from the incredibly talented Mark Zimmerman, who I had the pleasure of being in direct contact with while working on today's video. I have a few words from him that he wants to share with you, along with some new information that's never been revealed before later on in the video. Next on the list, at number 9, Atlantic VR Productions. Nature videos are something that I have always loved. Sadly, much of the time in VR with videos on YouTube or MetaQuest TV, the quality just isn't there. This is not the case with Atlantic VR Productions. They have a crisp and clear selection of nature videos. All of their videos on MetaQuest TV are great, but the trilogy that really grabbed my attention is about the Galapagos Islands, featuring the incomparable David Attenborough, the most definitive voice in nature videos, who you actually get to see in this VR experience, which I don't think I'd ever seen him before. He does look exactly like I imagined. He takes us on a tour of the Galapagos Islands, telling us about the various animals and the bizarre ways that they live and exist on this strange volcanic archipelago. Beyond the Galapagos Islands, there is an awesome series about plants called Kingdom of Plants, a series about birds called Conquest of the Skies, and there's even a series about insects that I just really didn't want to watch. Even though VR video production really does still have a long way to go before it's truly lifelike, Atlantic VR Studios has the best quality I've seen on the Quest 3. My only complaint is that there just aren't enough of them. To access all of these videos, you just have to go to the MetaQuest TV app, type in Atlantic VR Studios, and click through to their channel, and you'll see all the content that they have, and it is completely free. Next at number 8, Hyperscape. Now, you may have already stumbled across this on your Quest and taken a dive into it, but Hyperscape is another completely free experience on the Quest 3 that really cannot be missed. In Hyperscape, you step into fully lifelike environments created right in front of you using a technology called Gaussian splatting. What is Gaussian splatting? It is a fresh new method of 3D modeling and rendering that is truly mind-blowing. It basically creates detailed 3D models without using traditional polygons that you would usually use, and instead uses Gaussians, which are these tiny little blobs of information that can be splatted in front of you like little paint drops that show color, light, and even transparency. It's a way in 3D modeling to represent complex shapes and objects in a simple and efficient way. The crazy thing is that you can actually create these Gaussian splat environments by shooting a video of a space, and then a computer can basically reconstruct a fully 3D scene very quickly. I used an app on my phone to create one for myself, and it's amazing. I watched a few videos on this technology. It is truly fascinating. Hyperscape gives us a little taste of these fully 3D environments right here on the Quest system without having to plug it into a PC. It's pretty amazing. One of the Hyperscape environments lets you actually walk around in Mark Zuckerberg's old office. Later on in this video, I'll show you some additional Gaussian splatting scenes that you can access on your Quest 3 beyond Hyperscape. I am really genuinely excited to see what this technology makes possible for VR and other technologies in the very near future. It's so cool. If you are enjoying this video, this is the perfect time for you to hit that like button. It really does help my channel a lot. And also don't forget to hit subscribe so you can see all the videos that I put out in the future. Next, at number 7, Gloomy Eyes. Gloomy Eyes is the first of a couple of very cool claymation style, sort of Tim Burton-esque, visually stunning stories that are on this list. This one is narrated by Colin Farrell and follows a mortal girl named Nina and a zombie named Gloomy. I really didn't know what to expect when I finally watched and experienced this great little 3-part story. It's about 30 minutes long, and it just really sweeps you away as you go from area to area, following the characters through awesome, detailed, and fully immersive environments. I don't want to give away too much, but it's a dark and whimsical story set in a post-apocalyptic world where the sun no longer rises. The characters are incredibly engaging and fun, and it's amazing how much such a short experience can really grab a hold of you and make you really care about these characters. I really could not recommend Gloomy Eyes more. I truly hope this kind of visual storytelling becomes much more of a mainstay in VR over the years. If you are a fan of claymation or animation in general and you have a Quest, Gloomy Eyes is not to be missed. Next on the list, at number 6, Visionarium. Visionarium is an eye-popping and completely trippy VR experience. You are swept through an incredible array of colors and environments, all set to high-energy music that fits the visuals perfectly. The environments look like they are all hand-painted into the 3D space, and you yourself can squeeze the triggers on the controllers to create your own flowing streams of multicolored light that you can manipulate and change both their patterns and distance, creating an even more immersive and rich experience. You can change the settings so you can lay down and look straight up, but I personally enjoyed just standing there and using the streams of glowing light along with the music. It really just kind of takes you away. It's almost like being on a ride at a theme park, but where you're free floating through amazing drawings of light. All around, Visionarium is an awesome, trippy experience well worth diving into. Next up, at number 5, Impulse, Playing with Reality. Impulse Playing with Reality is the only mixed reality experience on this list, and boy is it an intriguing one. This is from the same creators who made Goliath Playing with Reality, that is also narrated by Tilda Swinton. Instead of exploring the mind of a schizophrenic like you do in Goliath, in Impulse you explore the minds of people who suffer from extreme ADHD. The experience really pushes your own concepts of reality and information overload through its interactive moments, blending reality and VR, as well as going step by step through the stories of these ADHD-affected people. It's a bit shocking and incredibly visually stimulating from beginning to end. People with ADHD will probably feel a little bit better after seeing the extremes that other people go through with much more severe cases than their own. Impulse Playing with Reality is a great experience, very well worth your time and money. It's another example of the type of non-gaming entertainment that I really want to see more of in VR as well as mixed reality. Coming in at number 4, Recombination. Recombination is another visually stunning experience, but in this one, the artist uses incredible 3D fractals in amazing and intensely rendered landscapes and visuals that have to be experienced to be believed. I was absolutely blown away by this experience. These are most definitely the most richly detailed fractal environments I've seen in VR. There are publicly available trailers that show you a good concept of how it feels when you wear the headset and fly through the 3D environments, as you see here. Thankfully, the creator Julius Horstius sent over some additional footage for me to show you that gives an idea of how beautiful and intricate these environments are. The awesome music along with the visuals creates an experience unlike anything I've ever jumped into in VR. The recombination of music and visuals is truly creative craftsmanship. This is like going on an intense trip with an illicit drug without actually having to take any drugs at all. If you've ever wondered what this is like, it's probably the closest thing you can get to without taking something. Without a doubt, this is one of the most visually pleasing and cool experiences you can have in VR, especially if you really want to go down the trippy route. I highly recommend you try out Recombination on your Meta Quest. Next, at number 3, Paper Birds. Paper Birds is the second 3D claymation-like animated film on the list, and is truly one of my favorite things that I have actually ever experienced in VR. Not only is this a story that you watch, there is an element of interactivity where you use your hands without the controllers to control little particles of magical energy in various points throughout the story. Again, I don't want to ruin this one by telling you all the details of the story, but the way that it unfolds is truly intriguing. It beautifully illustrates how someone's own best intentions for others and restrictions on creativity and magic can ultimately stifle an incredible development. We really have to let talent and beauty flourish in this world, and this is a prime example of when this is allowed to happen. That might just sound like a bunch of gobbledygook, but if you just sit and enjoy this experience and really get into it, you might just see what I mean. The animation is absolutely stunning. The characters are very emotive and fascinating. The cinematography is beautifully done. The voice acting is spot on from Ed Norton, Joss Stone, and Archie Yates. The immersive environments are all beautifully intertwined with your hand gestures to paint light over sound. The integration of music in the story and the experience is fantastic. It's just such a cool experience. It's really way more than I expected. It's from the same creators, 3D AR, who made Gloomy Eyes, and you can see how they took the elements of that and made them even better for this experience. If you like a good story that really does feel magical, that will truly make you think about your own life and the decisions you make, all while giving you some of the best visuals you can possibly get on a standalone VR headset, Paper Birds is an absolute must. It's amazing. Next, landing at number 2, Realms of Flow. Realms of Flow is an incredible audiovisual experience from the same creator of Conscious Existence, Mark Zimmerman. In Realms of Flow, the visuals are astronomically more detailed and gorgeous. All of the elements found in Conscious Existence are here, but with full control, giving you the opportunity to go through meditative sessions at the length that you desire. There's an amazing variety of gorgeous environments to marvel at as the app guides you through mindful listening, breathing, humming, frequency entrainment, and playfulness. The settings are amazingly customizable to the point of actually being able to specifically set the depth and timing of your breathing to go along with your experience. It really is phenomenal. The combination of the voice guidance and the visuals truly takes you on a voyage. The creator, Mark Zimmerman himself, wanted me to share with you that both Conscious Existence and Realms of Flow are designed to touch you on an emotional level and at the same time make you transcend into a relaxed and appreciative state of mind. He said he likes to mix the vibe of the joy to be alive here and now with a feeling of melancholia, since all of it will come to an end eventually. He reminds us to take in the beauty of life while it lasts and have meaningful experiences in VR and in real life. Mark, I could not agree with you more. Taking the time to slow down and enjoy the present moment is an essential to living a happy and fulfilling life. Realms of Flow is a phenomenal visual and emotional voyage that I absolutely love. Plus, you're hearing it here first. The next Realms of Flow experience that is coming to the app by the end of 2024 will be inspired by the vastness of the Icelandic landscape. I cannot wait to see how that looks and feels. And finally, finishing off our list at number 1, Theater Elsewhere. Theater Elsewhere is the newly updated version of VR Animation Player on MetaQuest systems. This amazing update adds much needed improvements to this huge library of incredible animations. The newly updated software allows you immersive browsing of all the content, the ability to bookmark and save your favorites, and much more intuitive controls of the playback and camera angles as you explore the rich worlds. Really, the most incredible update to this already amazing platform is the ability to free fly within each and every animation wherever you want. You can now move around anywhere, even in the full Soda Island long-form animated films, which are amazing by the way. You can pause and explore each and every scene down to its intricate detail. VR Animation Player has been my favorite visual experience on the Quest 3 for quite a while already. This incredible expansion and rebranding to Theater Elsewhere makes it that much better. Just be prepared to get lost going from scene to scene, being amazed over and over again. This alone for me would be worth getting a Quest 3 or a Quest 3S for. It's an amazing way to show off what a standalone VR headset can do to someone who's never tried it before. And it is completely free, and it's probably right there on your Quest already. If you've never tried it, go and dive in. There is really nothing like it. So there you have it, the 10 must-try MetaQuest 3 visual experiences. Now, I did mention that there are some other ways to try Gaussian splatting on your Quest 3. The first way is the easiest, which is the Forest O'Neary tech demo, which you can download right from the MetaQuest store, and it's an amazing, fully immersive forest that is mind-blowing. And then there are also some additional Gaussian splatting examples that you can load up if you sideload an awesome little app called Gracia. There are just a few Gaussian splatting models on it so far, but once you get it set up and look at these things, it's truly incredible to see what is possible right there on your Quest system. To be able to install Gracia, you have to use SideQuest to sideload an APK. There are lots of videos online you can look up that show you how to do all that. It is worth doing. Now, I also mentioned an amazing piece of software that upgrades the graphics on your Quest 3 for everything. It's called Quest Games Optimizer. And honestly, I was a little bit apprehensive of installing this because I thought it would void my warranty on my Quest or somehow mess it up, and that is absolutely not the case. The software just unlocks all the options that the Quest 3 has built in. Your Quest system has so much more capability built into it than the standard settings allow you to use. I was really worried that it would be really hard to do, and it's honestly just a matter of following the steps very carefully. Granted, using the more powerful settings will definitely drain your battery faster, but trust me, it is worth absolutely pumping your system to a higher level. You can increase resolution, frame rates, processing, not to mention get a bunch of additional video recording options and ways to optimize each and every game and experience that you use on the system. I am not getting any kind of kickback or money from the creator of this. I paid just like everyone else to get this, but it is the best $12 I've spent on my Quest since buying it. There's far too much to go into in detail to explain how it all works, but I highly recommend getting Quest Games Optimizer. You'll find the link that gives you all the instructions you need to install it on your Quest in the description below, or right here. All of these are the best non-gaming experiences that are available on your Quest 3 as a standalone system. You can obviously get much deeper and more incredible visuals if you're plugged into a PC. I mean, truly, it's like night and day. The reality is that the current Quest system just isn't powerful enough to give you visuals like a PC can. Thankfully, this is just the beginning, and we still have some pretty amazing things to see, like what's on this list. The world of VR is just getting its footing, and hopefully in the next few years we'll see some exponential developments, especially with cool technology like Gaussian splatting making things look so amazing, even on the Quest 3 standalone system. But that is just what I think. What do you think? What is the most emotional experience you've ever had in VR? Are there any other standalone visual experiences on the Quest that I didn't mention that you think should be on the list? Have you tried the Quest Games Optimizer yourself? Let's talk about it in the comments below. I'm really curious if you have. While you're here, why don't you check out the 10 must-buy MetaQuest 3 experiences? There is so much more to explore. That is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and a big thanks to all my subscribers who continue to watch all my videos. I'll see you next time on GameList Plus.
He tries to persuade his mate that his really are the bluest feet around.